See, when you were a little child, see, all of these things, see, something like this devotional here, the Bible, a devotional. Basically what they can do is perhaps awaken you to what you know in your heart, or to remind you of what you already know. See, awaken you or remind you. See, you knew this when you were a little child. When you were a little tiny child, you already knew this. You've always known this. When you were a little child, you saw things. You saw good people. You saw when people were being mean. See, sometimes little children even know things beyond the ordinary. They know there's another realm, beautiful realm or a scary one. But mainly, they see things. They see when somebody is being mean, or when somebody's being unfair. And they see when someone's being kind. How do they know? They just know. They know in their heart. And they know when they did something wrong too, like if they got angry at their mommy and they had bad thoughts about mommy, then they felt bad, didn't they? Or didn't you? So you knew in your heart what was right. Now all you would have had to do is just abide with that. Trust in it. Be grateful for it. It's like health. How many of you know that you take health for granted? We tend to take health for granted, don't we? We go about our daily activities and we just take health for granted. And then all of a sudden, when we're not feeling well, when we get sick, then we think back to how it was and how wonderful it was to be healthy. And then we're grateful for it, wish to have it back. Well, when you were a little child, you saw things. Without words, you just knew. And you thought you would always have that. See? And you thought that everyone had that, which they do, but they forget. See, when people become angry, when they become emotional, when they become upset, when they make something too important, more important than what's right, when they make being popular more important, see, or getting something more important, and they forget what they know in their heart. And you wondered how people could forget. How could Daddy become angry so easily? How could he forget my birthday? How could Mommy yell at me like she did? How could people be mean? Everybody knows that being kind is the way to be. See? You couldn't understand how other people could not know. See? Well, all you had to do was just stick with that. Just stay with that. That very simple seeing, clear seeing. And it would have guided you through your whole life, all the way to salvation. All the way to eternal life. See? But what you did was, you fell away from it. But like I said, you didn't want to. You didn't know what you were falling away from. See? And you didn't know that getting angry, resenting and hating people, wanting something too much, making popularity too important, you didn't know that those things would interfere with what you know in your heart. So, back to this. It says here, he who knoweth things as they are, and not as they are said or seem to be. So now here's the thing, is taught of God more than of men. So the little child is taught of God. How is a little child taught of God? The little child knows in its heart. It's a wordless language. The language of God is intuition. It's wordless.